just like the fat girl. You just like the fat girl. You just like the fat girl. You just like the bad girl. In me, she's the best. Easy with the sad girl. She'll put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it. Go up and down with it. You just like the bad girl. In me, she's the best. Easy with the sad girl. She'll put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it. Go up and down with it. I get addicted to the wrong things. You come along searching for one thing. One near you and then I'm out here feeling alive. I'm out here feeling alive. You just like the fat girl. You just like the fat girl. You just like the bad girl. In me, she's the best. Easy with the sad girl. She'll put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it. Go up and down with it. You just like the bad girl. In me, she's the best. Easy with the sad girl. She'll put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it. Go up and down with it.
Here we go.
Hey everybody! Welcome to Clear as Mud. We got a great show for y'all today. And the goblin has finally came out of her cage. We got our goblin.
I was delayed. I had other such things keep me.
Well, we got our goblin Seth. We got our lovely Gigi. The ghostess with the mostest D.Max. The Pizzle herself, me, and the old and wise people. So what are we talking about today, guys?
Well,
Actually, it's kind of, I feel like the topic for this evening is a little bit related to kind of how you're feeling in this moment, Jessica. It's, am I getting this right? Is it, am I the asshole? Is that what the,
that is correct.
yes,
Yes, am I the
about?
asshole? Yeah.
Am I the asshole? I
Well,
often
are
ask myself
you
this
the
question.
asshole? Oh, I never ask myself that question.
Well, we're two ends. We're two ends of that spectrum, aren't we?
If you guys
I'm
were
never
more
the
like
asshole.
me, if you guys are more like me, you would never have to ask yourself if you're the asshole. You just know that you are, and that's accept
There you
that.
go. See, and you're the other end of the spectrum. It's like a three-way spectrum. There might be more spectrums to this. There might be like
it's
more
acceptance, confusion, and denial.
in that order.
Yeah, because I'm denying. Keep
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not a process. You're saying that's what
people.
each. I got it. I see what you're saying.
I almost called you peephole.
So,
I wouldn't
Horse
take
and
offense to
Willie
it.
says he likes how. Horse and Willie says he likes how we spelled asshole as arseholes. The reason why I spelled arseholes is because, well, YouTube things. I mean, I don't know what else to tell
YouTube
you.
prefers British slang over
I
English.
guess. That's exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we call people bundle of sticks.
And that's why I could say bloody hell. Bloody hell. What?
Oh,
What are you, a nonce? Are you a
Nonce.
nonce, mate?
You fucking nonce.
I do have to say, like, all of their words do sound a lot more like fancy, you know. It doesn't sound because, like, you know, it's like nonce is like not a great thing to call somebody all, but I mean, I don't know, it kind of sounds a little bit chipper, like, oh yeah, I mean, you know, I can't even make jokes about this. Fuck it, never mind. I'm just gonna stop right there. That's where
We're
that's it.
triggering Reese. We're triggering Reese in the chat.
Is Reese British?
Yeah, British.
Us British. Oh, well, we need an Australian just so every once in a while they could be like, nah.
No
No.
Australians. I hate them.
Nah.
Seth is anti-Australian. Yeah, Seth has told us before that if an Australian joins, Seth is out. I mean, I guess Clear as Mud did have an Australian for like a second there, right? But then, you know, I mean, I
Wait,
guess
when?
Seth-
Oh, Eva? Yeah. We had a
Yeah,
Eva
Oh
for a
yeah,
while.
Eva's different though.
yeah, Eva's is a little bit. I feel
Well,
like everybody
Eva's
gives Eva the
different in
pass.
all cases. Like Eva's just got the pass. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying.
she
Yeah.
says the
So, but if we
N-word
had any
all the
other
time.
Australian, it would have been war. It would have been all out
Yeah.
Goblin and Australian war, which would have been double Goblin war. And we all know what happens when it's
Yeah.
double Goblin war.
Yes.
We're known
have
for our war
destruction.
crimes.
Man.
Well, yeah,
So
I mean, just the war is a crime in and of itself. I mean, let alone what happens during it.
I found
Yeah.
out that in the British, like a 2-hour drive is like really long for them, and so I'm pro Britain now. I want to, because like that'd be great. Be like, oh, you're 2 hours away, sweet. Whereas like the British are like, oh, I got to plan that. Let me plan a weekend, so I come visit you 2 hours away. But like,
Do you have
I'm
any
like,
idea how expensive petrol is, mate?
no, stop it.
That's what they say. It's all about the petrol.
God.
We used to do this. We used to do this whole show in our British accents.
I want to feel good about myself, so no.
Well,
I'm gonna say
fine.
no. I'm not
Fine.
doing that. I can't even keep
Fizzle
up that accent
out.
for a long time. I'll feel bad. I'll feel bad because I'll mess it up. I'm already doing a bad job.
Oh,
of it.
whoa.
Am I the
drama of-
asshole?
No.
Yes.
If you have
Okay,
to
there you
ask,
go.
if you have to ask that question, then the answer is always yes. You are the.
Is that what
No,
we're
it's
going with?
not. No, it's not. No, because no. And that's the no of the no. No. Oh, that's just sex.
I mean, you can
Thank
do it.
God.
You can do it if you want to. If you want to do a British accent, you're more than welcome to.
I can't
stop
hold
you.
it for too
Can
long.
we
because
not?
then
That's-
What is
every time I
this?
do an accent, any accent, it always the longer I go on, the more and more it becomes Southern, and then I just go to the Southern accent, and I stick
What am
there.
I looking at,
Can
bro?
we address this? Oh, hang on. I gotta go. I have to go back. Max,
Oh my God, puppy!
D.Max has got his puppy up. I can't interview with puppy cam.
Oh my God, puppy! Oh my God! Oh my God! I want to kiss your ass!
would you like to say anything to the audience?
Yes, it's a Pakipa. It's a Papa. Come here.
I don't think she likes you guys.
No,
She seems nervous.
Knocks. Oh, you're so quessa. You're so quessa. Is that girl? Is that girl?
She is a girl. Her name is
She's a-
Lumina. She's a beautiful
Lumina.
girl.
She's so quessa.
Since you brought the puppy up, Max, I have to ask you a question.
Okay. I don't. All right. What's
So,
up?
so earlier today,
Mhm.
I saw a Twitter video
Yeah.
where you were playing hide and go seek with Luna, right? The dog's name is Luna.
Yes.
Lumina.
yeah.
Lumina. Okay. So
Yeah.
you were playing hide and go seek with Lumina,
Mm-hmm.
and Lumina could not find you.
Yeah.
Is her
She's a little
sense of smell okay?
She's a little special. You know. Here's the
Maybe
thing. is that, like, I
D-Max
was-
just isn't smelly. Have you thought about that?
Oh, he's a
Seth
stanky little
Gets
bastard.
all of the points today.
No,
all right?
he's
well, you don't know
stanky.
that. That's all a rumor.
Oh, I do
that's
know
been
that.
Unsubstantiated. That's not.
Uh,
That came out of
no,
a tabloid,
the-
and nobody respects that. You know.
I have it on
press
good
release.
authority called MAME.
Well, yeah, but she says I stink all the time, and that's for different reasons. That's like that's like a totally unrelated. That's just her preference, all right. That's her
okay.
opinion.
All right.
No, I think part of the problem was that like she's not a very observant doggo anyway. She doesn't pay attention. She actually on purpose doesn't pay attention. She acts like a cat. She's a Shiba Inu, so like the Doge meme, that's her. But she's black and white, obviously. And I think what was throwing her off with hide and seek and why it works so well is because my stank is all over my bedroom. So she can't smell me and my own stank. You know what I mean? But I did have like the
No.
little lunch meat that she was supposed to be able to smell. So she kept on. It was really funny. I didn't catch her all the times, but she would go into my room because I was hidden behind like a drape, pretty much, right? She would go into my room. She would like sniff around, and she'd like jump on my bed, and she'd be like, "Where are you? I know you're in here somewhere." And then she would leave, and then I'd be like, "Lumina," and then she'd come back, and then she'd get on my bed again. She'd be like, "I know you're in here." She'd be like, "Oh, he's not in here," and then she'd leave. And then she did that like 4 or 5 times, and then that's when I was like, "Oh, I got to video this," because she does this every single time.
Mm.
And that one just so happened to be the cutest one because she finally realized it, and she tilted her head, and I was like, "Ah, there you are," and she was freaked out. It was cute.
Okay.
Love my dog. Great dog. Sorry.
She seems like a sweetheart. She does.
She's
so.
alright. Yeah, she's a little bitch.
She's
Alright.
alright. You can't say that about your own dog.
She's a little bitch. I love her to death, but she's a little
No.
bitch.
No,
No,
she's
literally, she is a little bitch. I mean, she's a little dog.
No.
Little dog.
No, I don't want to. I don't even want to entertain you talking about your dog like that.
I mean, that's like accurate.
No.
I'm not.
No.
Okay.
All right, so let's change the subject
She's a
before the
little
goblin goes goblin mode. So one of our fans, Reese, commissioned Shawnry
Oh God, this.
to do some artwork,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I appreciate this. I think it's good. I like it.
I
appreciate the art.
I think this might be the first time that anybody has ever misused that hole.
I'm honestly feeling a little bit like, that's what I'm looking for here. Violated. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
What are you wearing, Peepaw? Are you wearing like
I
a?
really
like,
ain't
oh,
wearing a
it's like
fucking
it's like
thing.
Oh, it's like overalls, and then it's like unflapped. I don't like that it's like flapped over, and I don't like where my hand is. I don't know if I can like reaching in there or if I've just got the thumbs up.
I'm confused too.
I
What
don't.
is?
I don't know. I don't know.
Also, I just noticed that there's drool on my arm, like all over me. In fact, there's
Oh,
like
that's not drool, baby.
That's not drool. I don't think,
That's
Max.
drool.
I don't think that's drool, Max.
It.
I think that's.
You're
I think
right,
that's
it's
donut
it's
glaze.
water because we've
I
been
think it's
spraying each
donut
other with-
glaze. I think it's
No,
donut
that's
glaze,
not-
icing glaze.
Yeah, can we not? Can I not be involved with Peepaw's fucking glazed donut shit? Listen, I've had enough of the cungolitis as it is. All right, I don't need any more of this.
Have you had enough of the cungolitis? Is that
Oh, God.
When enough is enough, enough is enough. You know what I mean? I'm starting to get sore about it.
Oh, there was something that got sore. I'm pretty sure that's what was implied here. But anyway,
I got,
God.
pastry, cake. Look at me. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we sat down as a group. We had a democratic election, and then basically, in a
Well,
nutshell,
Seth counted the votes. So
Seth, Seth just said this is what we're doing, and I was like, works for me. I was like, okay, I'm fine with this. So.
Well, you asked me to find something to do, and I said, let's do this, and you said yes.
Yes, because it was
That is very
something...
democratic.
Well, the big deciding factor is guess what? It's not anything to do with YouTube drama. Praise the Lord.
That was the goal.
It's just IRL drama, which actually kind of fits, you know.
Well,
Back in my day, this community used to be about things that were just related to YouTube. They used to do this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of all that.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Jessica's like, no, I don't know what you're saying.
I do think I want to preface this by saying I tried to gather stories with different premises because a lot of them are like very similar. Okay.
Seth, I
is there
cannot
like
get
a-
over your dumb Discord.
Yeah, look, when I talk, the person talks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, I tried to gather different but they're very similar usually. So I went down the most
Okay.
controversial ones and the hot ones.
It
And
is
we'll see
very
what.
distracting, Seth, that your possum is like,
Stop
yeah,
talking,
yeah,
Seth.
Okay, fine. I'll shut up.
No,
Oh,
no, I
no,
can't. I
no,
love
no,
it. No, you should
no.
keep going. Yeah, keep doing it.
Okay.
They can't. It just
Just-
sucks because they can't see it. They can't see it on the
see it.
streams, but it's really great. It's like it goes from like this to like that, like it's just 2 frames. It's awesome.
Yeah.
like
let's see
the
here. I think-
Canadians in the South Park. Do it.
Yeah,
You
Yes,
know,
yes,
how
yes.
they're
Blah,
so
blah, blah, blah.
connected.
I think I
Actually,
can.
go
There, I
ahead.
can do
Yeah,
it this
keep
way.
on- go back to talking, Seth, real quick.
Okay, I'm talking right now, guys. This is what I look like when I'm talking.
Why is it not showing it talking?
Why? What'd
But
you
you're
do?
gonna have to
Oh,
be tapped
weird.
in on Discord, I reckon.
I am tapped in on the Discord. I don't know what to tell you.
It wasn't doing it for me for a second, but then it started doing it randomly. So maybe it's just Discord being weird.
Oh.
Trust me, guys.
Oh,
It's
there it goes.
hilarious.
Do it again, Seth.
It's very
Blah, blah,
hilarious.
blah, blah,
It is.
Do it again.
I don't know. I'm not picking it up. It's not captured.
Pause some
Yeah.
hours.
wow.
Anyway,
Just go into the Discord and hop in, and it should do it.
here you go. All right, Seth. So you've kind of guided us today. So please, I'll bring up the first one here for the audience to be able to see what we're talking about. So I don't really feel like doing a lot of reading and talking today.
Yeah,
so
I will read.
Oh, good. Read, please.
I am a reading possum. Let's go.
Perfect.
Yes.
Oh, possum.
Am I the asshole for telling my friend with kids that I'm glad the village doesn't exist anymore? I have a friend, Bella, who is late 20s and has a toddler and a baby. She constantly bemoans the fact that the village doesn't exist anymore and people aren't helping her and her partner with their baby the way they used to in the past generations, and how selfish it is and how terrible this society is now. She's really bitter. Her mother won't retire and babysit the kids for free, but her mother is only in her mid-50s and can't afford to retire yet. She constantly complains she can't travel or enjoy her life anymore because she doesn't have a village. After years of this... Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm so the concept, like I don't understand, like the concept of the village, quote unquote, is gone. Like I don't understand what that. What is
Okay,
that? What,
so-
is that, or, like, what does it mean?
I think
Can you
she
break this
means the
down?
Let me
concept
explain.
of community, right? Is that
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so let me explain. Like, she's talking about how back in the day when you had a small village, you would live like, you'd know everyone, you'd live with them, and you'd help each other out. Like, the community that was built around, like, for example, mothers helping each other, like babysit, take care of each other. That kind of concept is gone in a way.
Okay, so she's basically talking about like her local community doesn't exist anymore.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
I got it. All right. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure because we actually have a thing in Florida called the Villages, and that is a very different thing.
Oh yeah,
than what
well,
is being
the
described
village
here.
is a gay club
Okay.
in London.
So
Oh,
think of it
that
like
was it.
this. So say your street, you're on a cul-de-sac, you've got a few homes and stuff around you. These are your neighbors. These are hopefully people that you're friendly with, you're cordial with, whatever, right? Maybe even you have some family members that live in the same town as you or relatively close by.
Yeah, it's like a hometown.
Yeah,
Everybody's
so
all over there, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
So she feels like that because she and I assume her husband doesn't say this, but I'm going to assume that the husband or whatever, baby's daddy, whatever the scenario here is, they should be help raise these children, these young lives that they brought into the world. That there should be people who babysit for them, who provide childcare for them, to allow them to go out and do whatever, be it work or be it extracurricular things that they want to do, go shopping, whatever. I'm assuming from basic upon the first paragraph here, that's what she's implying, right?
Yeah.
Seth?
Makes sense.
Okay. All right. So please continue on, Seth.
Okay. After years of this, I told her I'm actually really glad we have moved away from that because the village that parents romanticized was actually the unpaid labor of women.
Oh.
And as a woman who doesn't want a child, I'm glad that I'm no longer considered socially obligated to babysit other people's kids for free or do household chores for people who choose to have kids in my free time, especially because these people won't pay it forward to me in any way. And if something happened to me, like getting really sick and needing help, they'd use their kids as a reason they can't help me. I also reminded her that the village depended on women not having jobs, and it is a good thing that women can now sustain themselves and aren't forced into dependency on their fathers and husbands. The thing that triggered it was that I went overseas recently for a holiday and to attend a concert of an artist I really like, and she complained about how she doesn't get to do those things because the village is off doing things like that. She said, I'm just a really selfish, child-free person who wants mothers to suffer. Oh god, it pixelated for me, people.
It pixelated. That's because
It
you've got that
pixelated for
third world internet.
but I don't think I was wrong. And then she said I was a bad feminist and a terrible person that hasn't spoken to me since. Am I the asshole?
Okay. All right. So let's discuss this.
Yes, let us discuss.
So
We could just do a very quick, just one time, yes or no before we do that. So that
Yeah,
we know
I think
what the
that would
lines
be good.
are.
okay.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, Gigi.
All right. So we'll start with D.Max.
Is she the asshole? I think yes.
Okay. All right. So who? Okay. So the woman telling this story because she abandoned the village philosophy. You believe she's an asshole, correct?
Yeah, the person who's writing this. Yeah, I think I don't think it's like, I'll say this, like, I hate to get pedantic immediately right off the bat, but like I don't think it's like a black and white thing. I think that like part of this is her being an asshole.
Do you know how the just to ask? Do you know how the subreddit functions?
Not really. No.
Okay, you vote, and there's the asshole, which is if the person writing it is the asshole, or not the asshole, then the other person usually in the situation is the
Oh,
asshole.
so
But
there's always two parties. So it's either one person's the asshole
basically-
or the other person's the asshole. I get
basically,
it.
but you can also have a
Oh, what's
flare
more,
that goes everyone sucks.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So
cool.
you're allowed to have that vote if that's your opinion.
Well, then I guess with that in mind, then I would say the writer of this is an asshole, and her mother is not, as far as I can tell.
Her mother.
That's
The
or
friend who's a
whoever-
mother. The
the
friend
friend-
who's a
sorry,
mother.
The friend,
Okay,
the friend,
yeah.
the friend who
Okay.
is a
Okay,
mother.
go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. What explain?
Well, no.
we're doing the
we're
yes,
just doing
no.
Yeah,
just
let's-
yes, no.
We're doing rounds. We're doing rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gigi, what do you think?
I think yes.
You think she's an asshole?
Yes.
Okay. Pizzle.
I don't think she's an asshole.
Okay. Seth.
Au contraire, I don't think she's the asshole.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Deepak, what do you think?
No, she's not an asshole at all.
Really?
Really.
Interesting.
And
So
I can
here's-
tell, and I'll tell you why, but I'll save my explanation for last.
Okay,
Because not to play
I'll
this
go-
card, but I'll play this card.
You have children. Is that what you're about to say?
Bingo.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let me just my thing is very simple. I feel like if you're constantly whining
Mhm.
and being a little bitch, I get to treat you like a whining little bitch.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Pizzle.
No, yeah, no. Like she's the asshole, no, she's not the asshole. The whoever
The friend mother,
friend,
the mother, the friend
Bella.
who is a mother.
Bella
Right.
is an asshole because I'm sorry if you didn't have kids, you wouldn't be in this fucking position. And maybe I don't know, maybe talk to your husband to help you out more if you want to go out and do things so sad or whatever. But I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, you had kids. That's so sad for you, but it's nobody else's responsibility. You had, like everyone says, you're never ready for children, and there no one can really do it, but they step up and they do it. Okay, she just sounds like a spoiled brat. Holy crap to me, especially with her friend. Like, I'm sorry, that's not your sister. She's not family, and you want a village, then go move to a village. in Africa or something. I'm sure they do that there.
So wait, so but the person who's writing this is saying that they are telling their friend that the village doesn't exist. So
No,
No, that
no.
they are happy that the village doesn't exist. is
The-
what she
or
said.
right.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
thing is
'cause-
this friend Bella
Yeah.
has kids, right?
Right.
Mhm.
And her friend Bella is pissed off because more people are not doing things to help Bella, and assumably her baby
Yeah.
daddy, husband, whatever,
Yeah. So
to do more to
Yeah,
raise the
sorry,
kids.
I messed up. So
yeah,
the,
that's why I was
the
confused.
mom, let me just put it this way. The mom is an asshole.
Mhm,
The friend is not an asshole.
mhm.
The mom who had kids, if she wants a village, go move to a country where they do that because it doesn't exist here.
Well-
Or you could go, or you could, I don't know, go out and make friends with a bunch of other moms.
Mom
and-
groups.
Yeah, mom groups. Go get a mom group on Facebook or
But-
something.
but that's
You go,
the village.
You go
Here's-
find your village. Go find your
Isn't-
village.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
No, I
that's
do
kind of
think
my
there's a point
sorry.
to it though, like that there is no village anymore. Like it's right, like you don't have the same community with your neighbors helping each other out that we had like 30
Mhm.
years ago.
And we
But-
don't because we don't have time for that. No one can afford to do that anymore.
Look,
like
here's the reason. I'm sorry, but here's the
Yeah.
reason why I'm saying that this person who is writing this is an asshole and the mother is blameless, in my opinion, is because what the mother is doing is basically she has kids for whatever reason. We don't know what reason she got
Mhm.
kids for, but she has the kids.
Mhm.
The title of this is "Am I the asshole for telling my friend with kids that I'm glad the quote unquote the village doesn't exist anymore?"
Mhm.
So the way this is framed is like like she's glad that the village doesn't exist. When she
Mhm.
tells her friend this, her friend reactively is like, well, I am not glad that the village doesn't exist because if the village existed in the way that it did, presumably when she was younger, then she would be able to, be able to, I guess, like,
Yeah, but the
have
friend
the
you
rest of the
have to
community help out.
consider. Yeah, but you have to consider that the friend who has the children is like it's like after this person constantly saying, "Whoa, I wish you had less ability to do what you wanted, so I could have more ability to do what I wanted."
You're making excuses.
I don't-
Here's the reality.
I don't know
You never
if they
have
said that.
to
Yeah.
tell someone an asshole statement. You never heard if you don't have anything nice to say, you don't say anything at all. Like the reality is she's expressing that she is suffering with the children that yes, she chose to have, but you don't have to tell someone that. If the question is, am I the asshole for telling them that? Yes, you're the asshole for
Okay,
telling
I
them that.
disagree.
I'm not
People
saying
will
she's
always be
wrong.
like, this woman is gonna keep being insufferable about the fact that she had children.
But that's not the question, Seth. I
Dude,
agree
the
with
person
you.
who
She
wrote
is
this,
insufferable.
but the
It's
person who
question
wrote this,
is she an asshole for saying it? Yes, she is.
yeah, the
Period.
person who's writing this is the one who's bemoaning the actions and the decision that her friend made. Like I get it. Like it's like she brings up the whole thing about like I guess her friend is like throwing the feminist thing back in her face and stuff like that. It's like I don't know, man. I just think that like Gigi said, it's like if you're asking me who is the asshole in this situation, the person who is saying like oh man, I have kids and it really sucks. I really wish things were like the way that they were when I was younger, so that I could like have somebody to help out and whatever. And they're just kind of like that's the way that that's being done. But then the friend is like, I'm glad the village doesn't exist because it puts down women. It makes it so that women have to do free unforced labor, and it's like since when? Like it's just like okay to Jessica's point. Okay, no, they don't. They could just leave because that's the village, right? That's what the village is or was. I mean, granted,
Well-
it did change, but I'm just saying that
I
like,
don't
I
know.
don't
See,
think I don't
but
vote
okay,
anybody
so
for saying,
here's-
I wish
so
things
here's-
I
were
don't
the way they
agree.
were.
I just
So
I don't
here's-
agree because like no. If D.max, if you came to me and was constantly saying, "Oh, my life is so hard because I have children," at some point I'm gonna be like,
I don't do that to you. I do that to Peepaw.
Yeah, exactly. But if you did that to
Okay.
me, at some point I would be like, D.max, I also wish you didn't have children because you are annoying and I can't go away.
Yes, Seth.
But doesn't that
Seth,
make you the
that would
asshole?
still make
No,
you an
that makes me
asshole.
someone who no,
Okay,
I
so
am doing
hang
a
on.
social
So here's
sanction. Teaching you to
In
act
my
as a better
own-
person.
So let me put it to this way, okay? For me personally, right? How many times did I see a certain somebody? How many times have the community? Yeah, let's put it to people like everyone loves talking about Tipster and his bait tweets. Okay, how many times did Tipster do that before people got irritated with it and were just like, "Fuck off, Tipster! Stop it! It's annoying." Huh? Yeah. How many times do people? I don't know. suicide bait or bitch and moan on Twitter about how horrible the community is
You
before people
don't
are like,
teach
shut the
people.
fuck up.
Yeah, you don't teach
if
people how to act
again-
correctly if you don't tell them that they're being a bitch.
Okay, but here's the thing though. I'm not saying that it's not necessary or good. That's not what the argument here is.
I don't
The
think you're an
reality
asshole
is,
for teaching someone to be a better person.
I think you can be an asshole and that still be the right thing you're doing for someone. If I think someone, like if my sister was
I
going out in a
disagree.
dress where she looked bad and I said, "Hey, that looks bad," I'm still the asshole for being the one to say it, even
No.
if it's good for her.
I disagree with that.
Absolutely. Because I cannot, you know what else I could, because you know what
I
else
agree.
I could do? I could say, I'm just going to look this way and ignore her, let her go through it, and in that way also be an asshole, right? I'm saying I'm willing to be the asshole to your face to help you, but I'm still the asshole. Like that's the
So
issue.
I think
I
you
disagree.
guys are missing one key thing to this, right? So what
Yeah.
we have to do is, if we go back to what the whole thing was we have one woman who's bemoaning the passing of the quote village mentality, right? And we have another woman who's like saying that mentality was part of what was keeping women down, right? So let's go back and let's put this contextually. Contextually, what she's talking about was there was a time where women were good for basically three things: having kids, being barefoot in the kitchen,
Cooking,
and pregnant.
cleaning, and
pregnant.
vagina.
That's it, right? That's all they were good for. They
That's
were
from a song.
reduced to baby making, satisfying their men, and cooking and cleaning in the house. That's all they were good for.
Homemakers.
Now,
Show me your genitals. Your genitals. Show me
now,
your genitals. Your genitalia.
these days, right? It's somewhat, it's not fully as accepted as it probably should be, but it's better than what it was, where women are accepted to go into whatever field of they want to do. They're not relegated to just being a baby factory or a homemaker, right? They can do whatever they want to do. And so with this woman romanticizing of this old ways, right? That's what their friend is saying is you're wanting to take and put women back. Now, I will say this. Here's another problem with this ideology.
Huh?
So something. No, this
Huh?
this. Okay, so
No,
this
no,
whole.
no. I don't see how people are putting anybody back. I don't get that. I don't see where that happens.
Okay, so if we go back to this, okay, do you think that if you have a single guy that is in this quote village, do you think the single guy is going to be trusted to take these kids and look after them?
No.
No.
I guess
The
not.
answer,
Probably
okay.
not.
Yeah, so we're still going to put it on what? Either single girls, single women, right? Or other
If they
mothers
want to.
or other no,
If
but
they
see
want
that's the problem. Back
Why
we
not?
have to
Why does it-
okay. Because
Why
again,
does it
Max,
have to be? So you're saying the death of the village is because women didn't want to do that to begin with?
there you go.
Okay. Well,
Now,
I think I would still say.
So
that
let
that's-
me
go ahead.
also interject this too, and this is something that I can speak because I personally went through this, right? So back when the wife and I were fairly new parents, our kids were like 4 and 5, 3 and 4, something like that. We met a single mother who was having a very rough time of it. And so my wife, I worked outside the home, of course. My wife was running
wife?
the wife.
Sorry.
The wife was trying to supplement income the best way she could. Our kids were not old enough to go to school, so she ran a daycare out of our home. So she told because we were trying to help this single mother try to get her feet on. She couldn't work because why? She could not afford childcare. She had no skills. So my wife offered to watch her children for her, right? Because the village, right, watched the kids for her to allow her to go get a job to better provide and take care of her and her children, right? And so one day, one of this woman's children decided to clog up the toilet. So my wife made this child clean up the mess that they made, right? When the mother come in, the mother got sideways with my wife because how dare you discipline my child, right? So I said, well, here's the solution. Just don't bring your children over here no more. Find someone else to watch them, and then we won't have this problem of quote discipline these children anymore. So see, that's the other part of this thing, right? So
Well, it
for
just sounds
you,
like that person's an idiot.
okay, but hang on. How do we know that this woman here is not an idiot too, right? So that's the problem with when you have this collective mindset, right, of this village mindset, is that you want these other people to watch your kids, to help you raise your kids. Well, what if they don't have the same values? What if you have people in there that says, you know what, I'm a believer of spanking children. I think that a swift,
Yeah,
swat or two on the
listen,
butt is.
it's
I'm
as
just telling
everything is.
you, it's
It's
not
buyer
as
beware.
well.
I get
That's
it, but go ahead.
but
Sorry,
the,
I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to.
I'm just saying. To me, if this woman is wanting to take the mindset back to that time and frame when that was a thing here in the United States, and I don't even know if this is a situation in the United States or not, but if it is, there are still communities out there that do this, right? That have this communal type mindset. I would suggest that maybe she go find one of those communities and move into it and go with God's all I can tell
Listen,
her.
I always feel bad for people, and maybe this is where just my heart is on this, is that like I always feel bad for people when they grew up things being a certain way. They had a idea in their mind of this is what life they were going to live, and then just by happenstance of just the way that the world works, things move on, things are different now, it's not quite the same thing, you thought it was going to be one way and it ended up being another. I don't necessarily think that this mother is like I don't know, I just don't read it as like the woman is being like, oh, I hate having kids and I wish somebody else would just like take care of these fuckers for me. I don't think it's like that. I think it's just more so like, man, it just sucks because I see you and you're still single and you're getting out there and you're doing your thing, and like I'm a little bit jealous about that. And then this bitch turns around and be like, actually, I'm glad the village doesn't exist because women shouldn't be in that position anyway. You're an idiot. That's how I read it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that, but
That
that's
is
why.
also how I read it.
I
Because also
took
at the end of the day, they still have the kids. Like at the end of
Yeah.
it, like yeah, you had to hear her complain. She has to live that life now.
Right.
that's a
Like
life
Exactly.
she
It's a
chose to
hassle to
live,
complain
though.
She
about.
chose that
She
life.
chose
there,
that life,
but
and she's trying to
and
force that on the
you
other
are
people around her, though.
no. She's not
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
forcing
yeah.
it.
think
She is
so. I don't
bemoaning,
think so.
and you can choose to remove yourself from that person. I don't hang around miserable people. The minute someone is being miserable
Yeah.
around me, I say, hey, and I am an asshole in doing so. You have a lot of misery thing going on. I feel like I tend to believe that tends to attract that kind of energy. Have you tried working on that? And I've had people be like, fuck you, Gigi, get the fuck out of my face. And I'd be like, I'm telling you how I feel. I'm gonna go live my happy life over here.
I don't
Because
think it
guess
makes
what?
you an asshole, though. That's where we
It
disagree.
absolutely makes me an asshole
I
because
don't
I'm
think so.
saying
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
deal with your shit. And rather than and I do at least the kindness of saying before I move away from you, I'm letting you know why I'm moving away from you, because you're misery and I'm not coming down with you, right? And they can choose, but it would be nicer if I just removed myself from their life, because they don't need to hear that. They're already miserable. Is it good for them that I'm saying, hey, I am your friend, but I'm tired. You're so miserable that now you're making me miserable. Do you think that makes them feel good? Do you think that makes me a good person? It 100% does not. 100% it does not.
It doesn't make you a bad person for taking your own feelings into account and
But
telling
that's not the
like,
question. The question is, am I an asshole?
and
the
I don't
answer
think
to
it
that
makes
is
you a bad
yeah.
person or an asshole.
Well,
we
you
need
can
to
be an
define
asshole without being a
asshole,
bad
maybe.
person. Yeah,
I
I don't
think
think we
I'm
I
can.
think
saying
a
I
lot
don't
of
think it makes you an
assholes are
asshole.
Gigi, I love you. It's like the we get into the weeds with this immediately. And we're like, I think we might need to like define what the word asshole means. Listen, I don't think you can be an asshole in a situation and not necessarily be a bad person. I'm saying that this
I
lady
know.
right
I
here.
just don't think it makes you an asshole either.
It has to be said. Some of my best friends are assholes. Actually, all of my best friends are assholes. Like I don't. A lot of good people are assholes. I just think like
Yeah.
we're trying to equate asshole with bad, and they're not equal. I don't think she's bad for feeling how she feels. I agree with a
Yeah,
lot
and
of
I
her
don't
points.
think she's an asshole either.
I think she's an asshole for telling her, because all she's doing is adding to that person's
Well,
misery. She's
you
not
know what?
helping.
And I
Okay,
think
well
I
maybe
think
she
I
shouldn't be
think her
spreading her
friend
misery. What an
I,
asshole.
I think I think her friend's an asshole for constantly griping, complaining because she doesn't feel like she has enough help. Well, maybe she should have considered that before she ever decided to have kids.
You don't have to be friends with her. You don't. You can just
Yeah, and she
leave.
doesn't have to be a miserable cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
But she
I
has
agree with
Nobody has to be a
Seth.
miserable cunt.
What kind of a day is it if I'm actually agreeing with Seth? I think we have to,
Yeah,
I think
no,
that has I think that comes, come on.
It's part of the prophecy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's gonna be a red heifer now.
So the bottom line was this Reddit thing
Split
voted that she was
decision.
not an asshole. So
There you go.
anyway,
Really, not an asshole.
not an
Okay,
asshole.
I mean,
Yeah. All right. So
there you
let's
are.
take.
I'll be the minority. I think she's an
So let's go
asshole.
into this.
That's
Let's
fine.
go
You
into
want me
this.
to
get
you and
my-
me? We got this. We got the right opinion here. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
You want me to put on my little reading post on here?
Go ahead and put on your little reading.
Do
Boss.
it.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my sister to stop saying I have pretty privilege and it's her fault she looks ugly? I have a sister who's
Okay,
25.
pause. Before you
Yeah.
read this, I don't think you need to read this. She's the asshole. That
Wait,
she's
wait,
the
wait.
asshole.
Well, no, I think
but
we.
hear me out.
I think we have to listen to the story.
Okay,
That
but,
was
but
it.
here's
I'm
Let's
preempting.
listen.
She's an
But-
asshole.
but here's out here. Okay, I have a sister who's 25. I will call her Tessa. I'm just going to be blunt and say I look better than her. It's due
Asshole.
to her not taking care of herself at all.
Mm.
When I was staying active, she was not. I spent my money to get skincare and keeping my hair nice. She doesn't. She doesn't dress nicely either. She's always in sweats, even going somewhere nice. Overall, I just look better than her. She has the money to do these things, she just doesn't. Now, every time I see her, she will comment something about the way I look. If I tell a story that turns out good for me, she will tell me it's because I am pretty, and so on. I assume she's jealous, and I have talked to her about it. Now I just pasted passed my test to get my license for my job. I was telling the story at dinner, and she told me I passed since I was pretty. Makes no sense. I had enough and told her to stop saying I have pretty privilege and that it's her fault that she looks ugly, not mine. She left the table after calling me a cunt, and my family is split.
Okay,
Well, we
the
should-
only
we should
reason
do-
she's not the asshole because she was responding to something.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what I
Fight
would say.
fire with fire, bro. Not the asshole.
Yeah, she came at her first.
So hang on.
Fine, but
Whoa. So,
I
am I
saw
hearing
that.
this right, Gigi? You're crawfishing now because you actually took time to listen to the story?
I don't listen. But here's the thing: did everyone hear the whole story? You're telling me this chick is not an asshole anyway? She
No.
sounds
Hold
like an
on.
asshole anyway.
No,
Hold
she's
on.
not an
I think they're
asshole.
both
No,
assholes.
hold
No.
They're both
No.
assholes.
No.
Stop.
She's
No,
defending
this
her
person
honor.
is an asshole because they don't know how to spell past.
Well,
Are you
there is that
serious?
too.
There you go.
She pasted her test.
Pasted my test to get my license for my job. Are you kidding me? I didn't get past that. As soon
Well,
as
you have to
I was
remember,
reading
Jessica.
along, and then as soon as I was like, now I got pasted, and then I
Not all of these
zoned the
motherfuckers
fuck
are
out.
English.
I don't give
born.
a fuck. You Google it. Holy crap.
Okay, well, how about you suck my dick, you little
No.
Jessica,
Fuck
I think you might be being the asshole right
Yeah.
now.
No.
I'm kidding.
Fuck
Hang-
y'all. Like,
hang-
it, like
hang on.
No,
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
with
whoa.
you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Computer,
More people should have good
all
grammar. I agree.
electronics underline in red now and tell you, bro, I don't know if this is what you meant. Here's some other suggestions that you might have meant. And obviously she was like, no, it's definitely pasted. That's how it's
I
No,
like that
because
there's a
it's
through line
sounded
here.
it out. She
I
clearly
like that there's a
sounded it out.
there's a through line here for Clear as Mud that's developing is that Jessica is 100% totally a grammar Nazi and makes no bones about it and will
No,
just go after
absolutely.
relentlessly.
But Jessica is
Because,
also
hey.
you're being like a fucking xenophobic right now, dude.
Hey, xenophobia is bad, okay? But being a grammar Nazi is a-okay, all right?
Okay,
That's
but
it.
it's xenophobia to assume that
No.
people who don't. Okay.
No.
Okay.
My Instacart delivery driver started chatting to me in Spanish. I was like, bruh, no. Dope.
This is
I don't
America. I will
understand.
have you know. I don't speak none of that hat dancing shit. All right.
Jessica is one of those
I don't speak
motherfuckers
that
who
blibbity blop.
dude, I'll be at the grocery store talking Danish to my mom, and Jessica will be one of those bitches who come up and it's like, yeah, well, you should go back to the country you came
It's
from.
Danish. I don't know why I always thought it was Polish.
Well, it's pretty both.
Yeah. Is
Oh,
it the same
God.
thing? I don't know.
No, it's
geography.
not the same thing.
No.
Oh my god.
Mm.
No, ain't no way.
I don't speak Alsatian. I don't speak Taco Bell, boy.
God damn it. God damn it, dude. Okay, so here's the thing.
I disavow all this shit. I want this on the record.
I disavow
just-
Jessica.
I avow
God.
everything.
I just
avow.
negotiated 3 minutes
Disavow a
ago,
bullet in
so-
my brain. Okay, so am I the asshole for telling my sister to stop saying I have pretty privilege and it's her fault she looks ugly? Here's the thing. Just from the jump, like reading that, I kind of was already on the side of the person who was telling that because that sounds like a based conversation. Here's the thing. I have met people before in my life where this is literally true. Like if they just put a little bit of time and effort, and honestly, I would say that this works. This is like just a general thing for everybody. If you're somebody out there who thinks that you're just ugly and disgusting looking and stuff like that, there is probably some things that you can do at least to make yourself look like, I don't know how many points more, but I'm gonna say like 2 to 3 points more up on the
You
1 to
have
10
to
chart that
remember
everybody
they're
always gives.
sisters. Okay, their genetics
Yes.
are probably
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. And, like
Similar.
if they were twins, it
Not
would have been
necessarily
like
true. I don't look anything like my sister at all. Like people,
Oh.
if you actually look at our faces, we look alike, but everything.
Hey, I
physique,
have
right?
5
okay, but hold on.
siblings,
Let me
and all of
let me
us
go
look
to-
the same.
So Gigi, I'm gonna go toe to toe with you for a second. All right. So you tell me, are there people who are inherently ugly no matter what they do?
Yes,
You
Yeah.
think so?
absolutely.
Wow.
Okay. Do
Do I
you
think they're
that
going
it's
to be
a
ugly? I think it's we're going to be semantic, right? It's real about statistically speaking. If beauty means that you look within a certain range, there are people well outside that range. Are there always going to be people who are attracted to the people at those extremes? Absolutely. But like,
sure?
there's like some kind of homogenous face that we're all looking for. Some kind of, Scarlett Johansson, Ryan
Sure.
Reynolds are like archetypes, and we're all aiming for that.
Yeah, I mean it's all subjective anyway, and that is to say too that every pot has a lid, and I do believe that.
Yeah.
But like I guess where I'm coming from with this is that again, I have met people where this is literally the case. I have met a girl before when I was in college. She was actually like she had like one of those personalities where it's like you could kind of hate her or love her kind of a thing. It's like one or the other. There's no like in between really. She was she's very abrasive and stuff like that, but she actually in my opinion was not a very bad looking girl, but for some reason she had it in her head that she was, and so she never brushed her hair, never combed her hair, never obviously didn't try to take very good care of her skin. Which I understand some people just have bad skin and that's like a struggle, and I can sympathize. I've had family that has that, and I mean we all have breakouts from time to time, but it just really comes down to like, hey, wash your face, wash your hands, don't touch your face, comb your hair and wear some fucking deodorant for God's sake. You will be surprised, at least for women, how much like smell actually does matter for dudes as well. It doesn't matter until a certain point, but once you a stanky hoe, and ain't nobody want to pull a bowl blacks, you know what I'm saying? So my point is just to say that like I think everybody can improve, and I think that it's not a lot to say to somebody that they should improve, and I especially don't think it's a problem when somebody is constantly saying like, oh, you're so much prettier than me and that's why you're so much better. Yeah, it's like
you ugly.
You're ugly.
You ugly. That's right.
I do agree with every point D.Max is making. I just wanna add one thing, that part of my perspective is skewed by the fact that I have one sister, right? And there is this concept, I think, of like naturally if there's two people, one is going to be better than the other, smarter, faster, prettier, all of these things, right?
Like me and my twin, and we could all guess who's smarter, prettier. I'm not faster though. or
Your
stronger.
sister is, but Jessica.
See,
I
here's
know.
Spoilers,
in
it's
my
Scott.
mind. In my mind, right, I would say I'm the prettier sister, but I also hope that my sister thinks she's the
Would say
prettier
that.
sister.
Sure.
However, I would never want for me to be the reason that my sister feels bad about herself,
You
and
like
so I
that
do
one?
think it's an extra sting to comfort your sister, and so that colors my perspective here. However,
Yeah.
if my sister was like, "You're fucking ugly," I'd be like, "Well, I'm still prettier than you, though," and that's fair and reasonable. Am I the asshole? I feel like she started it, so maybe we're both assholes. So I feel like, if anything, this is a everyone's the asshole,
Okay.
at least.
I,
Where I'm
I'm sorry. I got the one Seth's little thing did when she burped.
Oh, like the possum went open when she burped. Yeah.
But no, so like with me and my sister, like she's always like back in the day, right? Like in like from intermediate, like I guess you guys call it junior high, but in Hawaii it's called intermediate school. But from intermediate school all the way up until like my early 20s.
Wait,
my
bitch, you're
sister-
from Hawaii?
Yeah, I grew up in Hawaii.
I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
no, I grew up in. That's where
Oh,
I
yeah.
grew up. I wasn't born in Hawaii. I was born here in
That's why you're
California,
so fucking
but I
weird,
was
dude.
raised and I grew up in Hawaii. But yeah,
Wow.
so
More you
my
know.
sister would always
Piss
be
fact.
like,
That
how
explains
like
a lot,
she'd
actually.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think it explains more like my culture because like I'm not just like a white culture kind of girl. Like I'm cultured. You know what I mean? But that's so. But
Have you guys seen
You've
the
gotten laid
Disney
before.
Channel? The
Yeah.
Disney Channel
But I'm
original movie Johnny Tsunami with the
Yeah.
Hawaiian kid. Okay,
No.
that's why that you being raised in Hawaii makes all the sense in the world.
Makes a lot of
Watch
sense.
that
Yeah, it does make a lot of
movie.
sense.
He's just, he's not. It's not that he's bad. He's just Johnny Tsunami, and
Right?
he does.
And
the
it's not that
thing.
I'm bad. I'm just Jessica Bizzle.
Bizzle.
I'm
It's
just,
That's right.
but
Yeah.
so my sister would always be like, how come you have so many friends? Like, and especially it really got bad and after we both turned 21 and I was going out to bars and I was like meeting people and I was like, I had this huge, massive friend group and she didn't really have that. And she would always ask like how, and then she would blame it on me being prettier. And I'm like, well, actually, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that I'm just loud and I'm upfront and I introduce myself and I make people become my friend. Like it's not hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, no, it's like, oh my god, I love you. We're best friends. Hi, give me your number. Thank you. And then eventually, like eventually she was in Florida at the time. She started doing like she started opening up to people and just being a social butterfly and it worked out for her. So 9 times out of like I always say it's pretty privileged for me, but I'm definitely it's just charisma. That's it. Most I mean unless I'm getting pulled over, then it is pretty privileged. But in other situations, it's charisma. So
Okay. I'm gonna counter that one just real quick, and I'm
yeah.
gonna try not to go on a tangent.
Do you have
but
any
when you're getting
siblings,
pulled-
D.max? Sorry to interrupt. Do you have any siblings, D.max?
That was so rude.
Uh,
Seth's the asshole.
I am. the asshole. No, it's just I saw a comment in chat and I have to know.
I have one half brother, but my mom I think is actually talking not about my siblings. So
Okay.
hi mom.
Anyway, go on.
Mom.
Hi, D.max's mom.
That's my mom
Oh,
too
boy.
now. Just like I
Yes.
make friends that way, like I force people to be my friends.
Oh,
I
is
also
she-
force
Jessica,
Is this
cool
my mom
moms
would
John
love to have
Jacob
you.
Jingle?
also my mom.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
she'd
Is
love to
this
have you.
this is John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith? D.max's mom
Her name is
my
my name
mom
too.
too.
There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Whenever we go out,
The people
The people
always shop.
always shout, "There's
John
John
Jacob
Jacob
Beth doesn't know what we're singing on a
No, I have no clue.
She's like, what is this American nonsense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got no idea. Anyway, what were you saying, Gigi? About being ugly or pretty?
Well, I want to hear Ribs. I want to hear Ribs. So what's your
Yeah.
take on this then? Who's the asshole?
What? I want to hear what did you wanted to say.
What was I saying? I just want. I don't listen. I don't remember.
That
We
happened so
sang-
long ago.
We
Yeah.
we
Oh,
sang.
come on.
Listen, you know why I love that? Because the other day I was like, I don't sing John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith enough, which is what we were
Yeah.
singing. It's a song where you say the name really
Yeah.
low, and then at the end you like explode with yelling,
Yeah,
and
you
it's
start yelling.
and it's fun times. And
a lot of fun.
so
Okay, but why do you
Yeah.
do that? What's the occasion?
to be an annoying child is why you do that.
Yeah, it's
Which
a it's
is
it's a
sitting in
feeling you have
London.
in your heart, all right? And really, you only did. You know what? This is why we need the village back, okay? If we had the village, we would sing Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt all the goddamn time, but we don't have it anymore, so it's just a travesty.
Okay. Yeah.
It's true.
Peepaw,
Mm.
what you got? Tell me. What's your sage wisdom here?
Pretty is a state of mind.
Oh, I remembered.
That's what ugly people say.
Is
Anyway,
it?
go ahead.
Is it?
Wait,
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
Peapod, it will leave my brain. Pretty privilege is a privilege when you're getting pulled over, except when you don't want to be hit on by the cop who is now hitting on you and has power over you. I would say it goes both ways, and in that way, pretty privilege can kind of cancel each other out. Because I know that if a cop is pulling me over in an alley in the middle of the night, I have additional concerns, right? And that's regardless of what I look, because it's, to my understanding, bad people do bad things regardless of whatever, right?
Sure.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
sorry, Riv. That's what I want to
Anyways,
say.
I'm really good
Pretty
looking.
privilege is a double-edged sword, is all I'm saying.
I'm
Best
really good looking,
awesome
guys.
goblin we have.
I go back to what I focus on what is in the story, right? And she talks about how she takes no pride in herself. She takes no pride in her appearance. She has no self-confidence. It's like what Pizza was saying, right? You can be a 3 to 4 or 5, somewhere mid. I guess that's like a mid rating, like a 3, 4, 5, something like that. Whatever it is, a mid rating. You can be that, but if you have a good, bubbly, outgoing spirit, that a pleasant person to be around, you're not always running yourself down. You're not always running other people around you down. You don't feel like you have to belittle others to make yourself feel better. It is amazing how all of a sudden people will start looking at you instead of mid, now you're top, right? It's not just a physical beauty that attracts people. It's a combination of a good mind and a good attitude, and then yes, there's some physical there as well. But I don't know. It just seems what this girl said. This, her sister was not taking care of herself mentally. She wasn't taking care of herself physically, and she wanted
obviously,
to.
yeah, obviously it's very sad that this all stems from the sister being like.
She's a negative Nancy. She's a
No,
negative
she's
Nancy.
insecure. She's insecure, and that's very sad. But at the same time,
she's insecure. She's
don't
insecure.
know what for.
She's insecure.
I don't know if she's insecure or not, but
Okay,
she's definitely a negative Nancy.
I thought you were
right?
going somewhere else. No, she's like, oh, it's because you're pretty. She's like,
Well, she even said
beautiful,
she's also saying, well, the reason why you were able to pass that test is because you're pretty.
She's jealous of that, but it all stems from like the looks.
It could also be true. It could also be true. That's also reality.
And it could also be. It could also. It could also be a lot of cope, is what it sounds like to me, and that's exactly what it is. Is cope. No, it's not. It's no. I don't think. Here's the thing. I get. This is one of the things I guess I kind of really get tired of, is I get really tired of people making excuses of why they can't do this or why they can't do that, rather than not accepting the limitations and say, I'm going to bust through those limitations and I'm going to become whatever it is you want to become.
I was watching the Paralympics earlier today, and there's a guy who plays table tennis with his mouth because he doesn't have arms. Okay, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly. That's
if you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
So if you,
I agree.
That's on you for not, getting pretty.
A 1 can get a 10. I don't care what the situation is.
Sure.
I know it's possible. It's a
It's
matter
just
of tenacity. It's a matter
Listen,
of
when I
like,
was doing
timing,
hard
you know?
drugs, okay, and I would look like shit, of course no one's gonna like you, because you look like shit and you smell like drugs all the time, okay?
Yeah.
But
listen.
then, you get your nose done, you stop doing hard drugs, and people are gonna like you again.
Men will
So it's
always
a real
like
thing.
you if you
It's a
smell
real
like
thing.
if you smell and look like you've been drinking a lot of alcohol.
Yeah,
I'll
Not
tell
for very good reasons,
that's not
but
for that reason. I'm just
I
saying
s-
it's a real thing. It's a real
I-
thing. People will treat you differently, but it's not gonna hinder you if you just work hard.
question. Have any of you guys seen that TikTok where the woman starts off and she looks like this old hag, and all of a sudden
oh my god, yeah, no,
she starts putting the
bro.
makeup on and she puts her teeth in and she goes
Oh
from being
my
like a
God.
negative. I'm not even talking about a zero. I'm
Yes.
talking negative numbers here.
Right?
And all of a sudden she becomes like a fucking 20.
Nah, I wouldn't say 20, but
Dude.
almost. No, in comparison, sure, yeah. No,
Yeah.
this lady literally
I
goes
know the one
from
you're talking about.
Yeah.
she goes from Tent City, LA Skid Row, right?
Mm-hmm.
To an LA
10,
7.
10,
Ah,
10,
That-
10.
you live in
No.
Arkansas.
Hey,
You've never seen
no,
an
I'm
LA
gonna tell you
10.
something right now. The LA 10 boogie, 10 out of 10 would fuck her. No problem. I
No,
no doubt in my
Boogie
mind.
would. Boogie would. 100%. Absolutely.
Dude, Boogie
No,
would
it's
fuck
nuts.
anything though.
Same discussion
that's what I
in
was
the
gonna say.
last episode about the LA tens. We can't
Okay.
we can't stay in this cycle, guys. We have to let the
Yeah.
LA tens go.
Well,
You
point
gotta
is,
watch
okay,
all the episodes to
point is-
understand the lore here.
Mhm.
The sister is not the asshole.
No,
No.
she's not. And here's the
don't think
thing. Reddit agreed that the sister, the one telling the story, was not the asshole.
Yeah.
So
That's what I mean.
yeah. So it's the sister
Now
who
imagine-
was negative. Yeah.
Imagine if the sister lied about the other sisters saying saying that you only passed your licensing test because you were pretty. And
Yeah.
the sister never said that, but the girl was like,
Yeah.
I want to talk about this story
Yeah.
and then show her how
Yeah.
stupid she is for saying I'm pretty all the time.
Exactly.
No,
Jessica,
but
you're-
most of
you're-
these are fake as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like, Jessica, your commentary is showing. You're like, somebody's lying here. Somebody didn't say that. Actually, that's not true. That's not real.
Can I also say that was also something I was thinking. I was thinking that this is very obviously not a thing you need to worry about. If somebody says, hey, you're an asshole, and you say, well, you're also an asshole, obviously you're not an asshole. You're responding. She only did this to further make her sibling look like an asshole, thereby
Although,
proving that she is also an asshole.
I
which
will
was
agree,
very
most of
fake.
these, and that one did read kind of fake, but sometimes you are you have people in your ear whispering that you were an asshole, but then it turns out you weren't. Okay? I'm just
Yeah,
saying, there's value
can
to
happen.
the subreddit. Sometimes,
Yeah, no, it's a good conversation for a lot of these things. Like, I
Yeah.
think that's the first one was
Like-
very interesting, actually. Yeah.
You know how, I have a sister, right? We don't get along. She's a cunt. I want to strangle her. And every time
Jessica,
in Minecraft, and every time we're in, if we come home for Christmas or whatever, she always says something pointed, okay? And I have to be the bigger person because, if I say something back, my mom will talk to me like I was the asshole because she knows she can reason with me, and my sister she can't reason with. So sometimes I come away thinking, holy shit, am I the asshole? And then I realize, no, she's just trying to reason with me because I'm a good person. Okay.
You're
And I-
feeling like the asshole because you're a good person. Yeah, exactly.
I'm-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So that's why
concerned
sometimes
that
there
you
is a
have-
value in this subreddit.
So wait, actually, I'm sorry.
concerned you
Gigi,
have a
not to-
wilder sibling. It's concerning.
Yeah, right. I mean, actually, that is an interesting thing though that you brought up, Seth. The fact that these people are posting these, if assuming they're not fake, right? Assuming that these are real stories posted by real people in these situations.
Yeah.
That is kind of I do have to give everybody who writes these things that they are kind of being self-reflective. Am I legitimately am I the asshole? You know, I think somebody who's a full-blown asshole just never ever even tries to question whether they are an asshole or not. So fair enough. That's a fair.
That being
distinction.
said, most of these are probably fake, but
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next one here. This one I'm really kind of interested in what everyone thinks about this.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh my god, this was my life. For a long time.
Okay, hold on, Jessica. Am I the asshole for expecting my girlfriend to support me while I'm unemployed? I lost my job 4 months ago, and AEI doesn't cover my full living expenses. I had to buy a car since mine had 330,000 kilometers on it, and the engine issue was worth fixing. Was not worth fixing, I reckon it's supposed to
Oh,
be.
okay, yeah, I think
After
makes more
that, I
sense.
had couple thousand saved, and that has been completely wiped out, and now I'm not able to cover all my expenses. I asked my girlfriend to help cover my expenses, and she has refused because I didn't propose before this. We have been dating for
Bruh.
3 years and moved in for 2.
Mhm.
She had told me 3 dates in, she expected to be engaged in about 2 years of dating and is very unhappy with me because I didn't propose. I'm sure she is the one. I'm just still hesitant about marriage, and she has told me she's trying to get over the fact she wasted 3 years with me. I told her to give me some
Whoa.
time, and she has thankfully not pushed it. This was shortly before my work announced they were cutting people and I was let go. Now she says I'm expecting too much from her since I'm not ready for marriage, but it's expecting her to help me with rent. We've been dating for 3 years. Doesn't that count for something?
Oh my god, please let me
Question
go
mark,
first.
explanation mark. If it was a year, and I understand if it was too early, but we've been together for a long time. But she told it was meaningless because I haven't proposed, and she refused to help me, as I could just decide I don't want marriage and bail at any time. I could have bailed at any time while dating, and still can bail after we get engaged, but I didn't, and I won't. We've been serious for a long time. Why is the ring and marriage all that matters? Question mark, exclamation mark. I've told her since she won't help, it's shown me she isn't serious too, and she told me it's fine. We can just end the lease and I can go back to live with my family if I can't afford the rent here. I'm getting interview requests
Holy
back
shit.
and did an interview already, although I didn't get it. It's crazy to me she would waste 3 years over covering a bit more rent and groceries.
Okay, me first. Oh, well, are we doing the am I the asshole first thing, right?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's not the asshole. Okay, next.
No, not
Okay.
the asshole.
Mhm.
I think they're both the asshole on some level.
Okay.
GG.
Actually,
I,
D.max have a point.
I agree. I think everyone's the asshole here.
What about people?
I think-
What's up?
What about you people?
Peepaw says there's not enough context here for me to judge one way or the other.
Okay, you guys
Okay.
ready? Okay, here's my reasoning.
That's
Okay.
a cop out, though.
Here we go.
No, it's
Here we
not,
go.
and I can explain why.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So, me and Scott are going on 8 years. Okay. And
Congratulations.
Why haven't you proposed?
he hasn't proposed yet.
No.
because he-
Why haven't
Yeah.
you?
No,
We're 2023.
I've been
Women can do
engaged
this
once.
now.
No, I've been engaged once and I've been married once. And in neither of those situations have I actually had a real proposal. Okay. He hasn't either. However, I did get him a ring. I don't have a ring. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, within the first year, I dropped $650 so that he can fix his driver's license because he got caught without insurance and they took his driver's license away. I moved him in and I was paying rent and buying everything, and he was working off and on. And then I told him just to quit because the job was dumb and he wasn't making enough money. So I took care of everything. And then
Real quick, can you just pause real quick? This is a lot of information you're putting on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Is this okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, so I took care of that man because I love him. Okay? Because I love him. And I knew that one day he would be making way more money than me and it would turn into him taking care of me. And we're still not married, but we take care of each other when shit gets hard. There was a time where he was working and I was not because I had lost my job and he was we take care of each other because we love each other. And a marriage or a wedding or a piece of paper that says we're together should not be the end all be all of whether or not you're taking care of somebody you love. So I think he's not the asshole. She's the bitch. She should, like, holy crap. If that's what you want, if him not marrying you is what tells you I'm not going to take care of you because you're not going to marry me, then you know what? You don't actually love him. You're not ready for marriage, because in a marriage, there's going to be a time where one of you is going to be taking care of the other more than the other. It's not 50-50. It swings both different ways, and it's a roller coaster. And you ride that roller coaster. Yeah.
There is something we're forgetting here, Jessica, okay?
Huh.
She has been clear with her, like, demands, and maybe she's thinking he is not worth it because he is, like, not taking into account that I really want to be married.
All right, but
well,
Seth,
then
like,
the relationship should end.
But
yes,
I'm just gonna tell you and this might just be, maybe I'm wrong. Peapod, tell me if I'm wrong. But I think that the reality is for her.
There you go.
Well, okay. I think the reality is for this for the 2 year where she said, like, she was very open, or she was very she told him at the very beginning of the relationship that they want to date for about 2 years and they're going to get married or whatever. I'm just going to tell you, this is one of those things that, like, I think women say to men, and men go, but they don't, like, that's not, like, they're not
manipulative.
There's no way in a man's brain that actually is going to.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, your brains don't work.
So here's the thing. I don't think
that's the reality.
I don't think it's manipulative, right? I don't think it's manipulative at all.
I don't think it's manipulative. No, she's stating what she wants, but I think
so here's what I will say, right? Because we don't know prior to him losing his job, was this a deal where they each contributed equally? Each one of them paid 50% of all the bills incurred. Did one pay more than the other because maybe there was an imbalance in the income levels? We don't know.
I think we know that, people. I think we know that because it says that she wouldn't want to pay more in rent, so they both pay rent, I reckon.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if she wants to be married and she's not willing to help him in a time of need, then she's not ready to be married.
Okay,
because, holy crap. Because what's going to happen is one day she might lose her job and then he'd be responsible for everything. And then she's probably, once they're married, is going to be like, well, now we're married, so you have to take care of me.
So here's the problem. So if we go and we look at this statement, he says, she told me 3 dates in that she expected to be engaged in 2 years. So
sounds like Pearl.
So hang on. So they dated for 1 year. After 1 year of dating, they moved in together, and they've lived together now for 2 years. So they've been together in total for 3 years. However, when the second year came and went, and there was no engagement, there was no proposal, there was nothing, she should have packed her shit and she should have left, because she said, but hang on, she said this, said, if I don't have this. So she decided that irrespective of him not proposing or her not proposing, right? Neither one of them proposed to each other, right? Because I'm sorry, we're the modern age, and women can propose just as well as men can. Then to me, that kind of nullifies the whole thing. Now, why she is not willing to help her supposed loved one here, her boyfriend or whatever, during this time, I would say that
I have an explanation for that.
I would tell him, pack your shit and leave.
I would tell him to run.
Yeah,
she's not
trying to force him.
She's not down for the cause.
Force him to propose.
She's not down for the cause.
To propose.
She's selfish. I
wouldn't say it's even about trying to force him to propose. I think it tells him that when the going gets tough, she's not going to be there, as what this is showing. So
yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly when the going gets tough, she's gonna drop out, and she's not ready for marriage, but she wants marriage, and the only reason why she wants marriage is because everything is a transaction to her.
Yeah,
run away, dude.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
You can do whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, so I have.
Don't tell her that. Don't.
Yeah, don't say that.
We are live
within TOS. Within TOS.
Okay. I have a guy whom is my guy. I don't want to say boyfriend because that's cringe.
Mr.
But I have my
Goblin.
guy. I have Mr. Goblin. Okay, and I am a bit older than him, and I want children.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Goblin Jr.
Jesus.
Please
Little
don't do that.
Little
I'm
goblins
5 years
everywhere.
older than
But it
Jesus.
doesn't. It does. It's only like there's only like a year's difference, whatever. But the
Yeah,
point
yeah.
is, okay, he is a man. Okay, he could potentially get children whenever the fuck he wants. I only got a couple of years left. Okay, so I was like,
Whoa. What do you mean you only got a couple of years left? What have
Because
you
at a
like? What are you
certain
like?
time, for some, well, me, I don't know, with after Depo, like I was on Depo and it screwed my fertility up, right? And then I did fertility treatments, and now I'm like overproducing eggs. So, but in a normal, healthy woman who normal, healthy fertility, it does start to drop off,
Yeah,
like
as you get older,
immensely.
sure.
As
and
you get like
also I
the
have
only way a 40-year-old,
PCOS.
yeah. So that's what Depo caused. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be super difficult. She's on a tighter time schedule than most women
Yeah.
in such a hard way. In
Okay.
such a it would take
Well,
it's gonna take money, and it's gonna take time, and it's gonna take a lot. And none of that's, I don't know how it is in wherever
Yeah.
Danish places.
Yeah, I'm not
But
saying
yeah.
obviously, as Fairy Floss
Yeah.
is saying, someone can
Yeah.
have babies later in life even with PCOS, but it does make it a little bit harder.
Little more, like a lot harder.
Well-
Well, I don't. I
Well,
haven't
as time
tried
goes
it.
on, the older you get, the harder.
Yeah, but that's
it
also for women in general. But what I'm saying is, it's a tight schedule, okay?
gets. Mhm.
And I've been clear with him, okay? If you don't expect to stay around and get me pregnant within a couple of years, then you're gonna have to fuck off, okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
well, all I'm gonna say
And I
is
think that's a
this
fair demand to make.
is I'll say this is men in my family have a history of making babies late in life. We have some pretty powerful mojo. So just saying.
With the women, were the women late in life too?
Oh yeah, we don't give a shit. We listen. They could be 60 years old. We'd knock them up. We don't care.
Oh wow, you got them good Olympic swimmers.
Exactly.
You
The
got
super
them
swimmers.
Okay.
Super
Super
swimmers.
swimmers, nice.
Whatever. Point is, okay, some
I'm
people.
learning way too
okay.
much about Peepaw's sex and sexual abilities in this.
I wanna
It's
learn
all lies.
more.
It's all lies, actually. I have secret knowledge.
It's a
Peepaw's a
lie.
dog. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Voltage mind. Peepaw's a dog. You a dog,
Dude.
Yeah, we
Peepaw.
got that dog.
You
yeah.
a dog. You got that dog in you.
Seth, do I need to set you up with a conversation with my wife?
Ah, my
With your wife?
wife.
I might have to speak to the wife.
To the
Girl,
wife.
she won't even use the washcloth after me in the shower of a morning. She's so afraid.
Okay, I don't even know what that means.
I don't want to know
Yeah.
what that means. Please, can we move on?
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
I haven't said my thing. So can you scroll up a little bit just because I want to see like the top paragraph? People, would you mind, please? Thank you. Okay, so there was a part of here where he said, I remember. Basically, he asked her
Yeah.
to start covering more of the rent. Now, at that point, I was a little bit confused because I wasn't sure if they were living
Mhm.
together or what the situation was.
Mhm.
Them living together makes that, I think, a little bit easier because, like, it's like, hey, he's saying, like, hey, can you just pay a little bit more? You know, we're already living together. You know, I'm good for it, kind of a thing, and whatever. I would say that, like, it's a little bit weak sauce. It's like, I mean, you probably should be paying for your own shit. And that's where it started to get a little bit wonky for me. And then like the rest of the conversation, it just seems like it's kind of like a I'm sorry, I just really can't get over this whole thing about like a girl going out and on date 3, she's like, we're gonna be dating for 2 years and then we're gonna get married. It's like, is that how love works? Is that how marriage works? Like, I don't know if that's how that works. You know?
I will say, and it could be that I live in the tri-state area and I really feel that around here people are really trying to hustle. Like, that is not uncommon. I've been on first date where the man is like, I'm looking for a relationship, I'm looking for this, I expect my partner to make this kind of money, I expect them to maintain this kind of weight. Like, some people are just
I just wonder
very,
how many
like,
dates are people getting these days where they can make all of these demands. It's like I just don't
well, now they
like
just do it on the apps. That's even
But
better.
maybe you just don't get enough dates, D-Max.
that's probably what it is. I'm just saying that like it's just like, anyway. I think that both of these people are in the wrong. I think that the girlfriend is expecting too much from the boyfriend, and I think the boyfriend is not putting in enough for the girlfriend. It's one of those
I
weird
think she should have
situations where it's
broken
like they're
up
both kind of right
instead of
but wrong.
like staying with him.
She should. She should
Like
break
if
up.
that's
She should break.
this seems like
Honestly,
she's
they both
forcing
should.
him.
Neither
Yeah.
one of them wants what the other one wants. Obviously,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Exactly.
because otherwise it would just be as easy as the guy just getting down on one knee and fucking proposing, right? If that's the only hang up as far as he can tell from the girl, but it's not. There's definitely something else there. It's like he's talking about like the commitment thing with the marriage, and it's just like what that basically says is that you are worried about this girl changing her mind or whatever it is. Like you're because that's the only variable that would be missing, unless it's him, and in which case he's still the asshole. You know, I think and I think that like how about this? I think it's reasonable for the girl to be pissed off and say that you wasted 3 years of my life or whatever. I think that's a little bit hyperbolic and it's a very silly thing because I don't think any relationship is ever a waste of time, even if it ends horribly, or is terrible. I don't consider life a waste of time. But yeah, so I just think they're both assholes. You know,
I agree with Max on this one. I think they're both just little kids trying to play
They're both
grown-ups.
assholes,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like I'm just saying like my current guy, okay, he knows what I'm expecting, and if in 3 years, okay, you know, it's like then at that point I'm gonna feel like he just doesn't want me and he completely shat on my feelings and my wants. So instead of doing whatever the fuck she's doing, she should just leave.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this, and maybe this is a really nuclear take, but if you're dating somebody and you have spent a year together, you know whether or not if this is the one that you want to marry. This, especially, I think if you are in your late 20s, like I would say, if you're 25 plus, right? If you've spent a year with them, you know if this is the one you want to marry or not. If it's not, and that's what you're looking for, then listen, they're not going to change. There's nothing you can do to make them change. And if there's something about them that you want to, and they're not going to. Let me just answer the question for you. They are not going to change.
yeah, they're not gonna change.
Okay.
It's not gonna change.
It's time to cut cord and move the fuck on. Period. I don't care if you're a guy. I don't care if you're a girl. It doesn't matter, right? At 25, 26, you're pretty much set in the ways that you're going to be. You're never going to change. Your mindset's more than likely never going to change. Your attitude's not going to change. Your ideologies, your philosophies, they're not going to change. So if this person, if after dating them for a year, if they've not, and listen, guys, girls, right? It should not be up to the guy. I don't think necessarily this day and age. Is it the old chivalrous thing that should occur? Yeah, sure. But I just think in this day and age, I think because we have advanced as a society, I don't think the women should automatically just assume that the guy's going to.
Well, and last thing on that, and
Yeah.
to Peepaw's point, and this is maybe worth saying because
Yeah.
maybe some people don't know this. Marriage means generally, I'm speaking in broad generalizations here. Marriage, like just like having a traditional marriage, typically matters a lot more for the female than it does for the male. Like guys just don't really care about that kind of thing, you know. The way that it's just, at least again, like that's in my experience. Maybe that's just my friends and all that, but like they don't. It's not, the ceremony is not really what's important, you know, for guys. I think it's just like, you know, the life. You know,
Yeah.
it's more like what's gonna happen, what's afterwards, where it's, you know, rubber meets road versus the ceremony of it all. And I know a lot of guys who actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I do know a lot of guys who they did not propose to their girlfriends for a very long time simply because they did not want to have a marriage. Not that they didn't want to be married, they just didn't want to have a marriage.
Yeah.
And for some reason they felt like that was going to be forced upon them by, you know, their girlfriend, their prospective wife, but also their family, like the dude's family, but also their family. It's a buttload of money and all the rest of it. So there's reasons why a dude reasonably might not want to be married, or get married, have a marriage. But yeah, I still stick by what I said before. They're both assholes. They both want two different things, and they're both trying to change each other, and that's just never going to happen.
Yeah. I agree with D.Max.
Okay, so guys, we're about an hour and a half in. We do have a few more if we want to do them, or do you guys?
I ain't got nothing planned, but you know.
Let's do one. We can do one more, right?
Okay,
I think we
that's
can
fine.
do one more.
I
Is
just want to be
everybody cool with that?
respect. I just want to be respectful of people's time. That's all. I'm just want to be sensitive to that because we generally try to do about an hour.
People
so-
wants to get the fuck out. He.
I gotta go. I gotta go make some babies. Come on.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Well, you know. I wish
Sunday's
that
the day
was
for that,
me.
huh?
Okay.
All right,
Wish
go ahead.
what, you wish you were the baby?
No,
Yeah.
she wish it was her that was getting the baby batter.
Oh, from
No,
people?
She
no,
wants
no.
she
I wish I was
wants
getting babies.
yeah, she wants some of that good peepaw stuff.
Brother, my
Yeah.
time is ticking.
You wanna you? Oh my god, Seth, you wanna make a glazed donut is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
No, actually, what I'm thinking is, okay, I should just marry a single mom.
Who, me?
Yeah, sure.
No, me.
Why? I've got a wife.
Yeah.
Why?
My
No.
wife.
Me, brother.
Honestly, Seth, you know what you should do is you should marry maggot edits. I think that would work
I
out for
have thought
everybody.
about it. I have thought about
You
it.
should. You should.
Yeah.
You should propose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've thought
All
about it.
right. So I'll read this one for you, Seth. I'll give your voice a break. Am I the asshole for announcing that my dad's not paying for my college tuition? My aunt and uncle are paying for my cousin's college. My dad had a college fund for me, but he had stipulations like he wanted nothing below a B for grades and to be pre approved for any classes. I take weekly meetings to discuss grades and a bunch of other stuff, which would be fine if you have a normal dad. Mine isn't. My dad has a temper, and I spent 6th to the 12th grade stressed out about grades and being screamed at or grounded over things that sometimes aren't even my fault, like a teacher not updating online grades and an assignment being marked missing because of it, and getting my backpack and locker randomly searched by him for no reasons besides to make sure I'm not hiding anything. I decided to pay for school myself because of one, I'm not stressed over getting screamed at. Two, I didn't feel like consistently worrying that he'd disapprove of a class or a grade and decide not to pay, which I could totally see him doing. I'd rather be in debt than controlled for 4 more years. I just finished my first year. Well, my family got together on the 4th, and, well, sometimes they're nosy. Aren't all families? They were talking about my cousin's school, and my uncle looked at my dad and said, well, how much is my name school costing you? I said, why are you asking him for it? I'm the one paying for it. Later on, my dad was pissed off and said that I was out of line to say that I embarrassed him. I didn't do it to embarrass him. I was just being honest. He doesn't even know how much tuition is, so he was the wrong person to ask. Am I the asshole? So,
No.
Max, is she the asshole?
No, I don't think so. I wasn't sure exactly where that story was going, but yeah, I mean that scenario, that specific scenario playing out exactly that way. No, absolutely not. That's a normal conversation. It would be a lie. Like what is the expectation there? Are you supposed to lie for your father, who apparently was an asshole to you and had all these stipulations of I'm not going to pay for this unless you do X, Y, and Z things? You say I don't want to do X, Y, and Z things, so then you do it for yourself, and then you don't get to have the pride after that decision to be able to talk to your other family members what the truth is of that. Hell no. Hell no. I totally disagree. Like I think
Okay.
like yeah, the father in this instance is the asshole. This person here, no, not the asshole. You know.
All right, Gigi.
I think that things were a
Oh,
little
I'm sorry.
skewed. Sorry, just because this is my last thing. We were gonna do the yeses and then we were gonna go. I forgot the format, but
Okay.
sorry. Yeah. All right. Well, move on. That's it. That's all.
You sure? I don't want to cut you off. I want to give you all the time. I want
No,
you
no,
to,
no, no. That's
to
it.
get
That's
these
it. That's
feelings.
it.
I want this to be cathartic for you. I want you to get your feelings out. You know,
Well, the only thing I was gonna say was that like
We're
he's
a
picking out
village
a few
here.
examples. He was picking out a few examples of something that happened to him like years
Yeah,
ago, and there
yeah.
might be more nuance there. There might be like, hey, you're kind of a
Yeah.
lazy fuck, and your dad was trying to like get you to not be
Yeah.
as much of a lazy fuck. But we don't know, and
Yeah.
that's reading too much into it. All we have is this side of it, and based on this, I think yeah, you're not the asshole.
Gigi.
Maybe whiny though.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. I also don't know that I believe this is a real story. I think also sometimes people can be really cagey about things like tuition prices.
Mm-hmm.
And like I find it hard to believe that somebody would be like, how much is so and so's costing you? And that they wouldn't be expecting something like really kind of, general, right? That doesn't really mean anything. And I think that it's possible that they took that opportunity to jab at him. Does he deserve to be jabbed at? Sure. Do I think they're an asshole? No, but I also feel like if the dad thinks you're an asshole, like I could see that. I could also see that. So yeah, I don't think they're the asshole, but you know, I don't know. You took a shot. Like don't don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. You took a shot. That wasn't innocent. You weren't just being honest. You took a shot, and that's fine. But
Okay.
own it, and
I
that's kind of where I'm at.
I don't see it as a shot, but
Okay.
mean-
Pizzle Pop.
I don't think she's the asshole.
Okay.
No. I mean,
Uh,
for obvious fucking reasons. Like, like
Yeah.
just,
All right.
I mean, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was.
Oh, so like for me, my dad, so I didn't want to go to college, right?
Mhm,
I didn't want to because I was doing club promotion and I was making a butt ton of money. Like I was running concerts, like big concerts, like the Linkin Park concerts, like the Linkin Park tour where it was Linkin Park, but they had other like Avenged Sevenfold and whatnot, and it was like a big,
Oh, wow.
huge thing. I ran
cool.
like a concert with Breathe Carolina. I ran that,
Wow.
Dude, I
like
love Breathing Carolina.
I
Yeah, Breathe
ran
Carolina.
those, right? And I was making buku fucking dollars. So I was like, no, I don't want to go to college. I'll just do this forever. I'm really good at it, right? And then my dad one day was like, I would love if you would go to college. And I was like, well, I don't have the money to pay for that. And two, like, I don't have the money to pay for that. And he told me, he was like, he'd take care of it. Well, I went to college, and he didn't take care of it. So like, no, I don't like, no, they're not the asshole at all. Like, I mean, I only went to college because he told me he would be more like, he was really hoping I would, and the only thing that was stopping me was money, and he said he would take care of it. He never did. So no.
Real quick,
she's not.
Jessica, do you use your degree?
Yeah, actually now I do. Took me way many years. So what happened was in Virginia, mechanical engineers usually in Virginia, it's very, where I was in Southern Virginia, it was very military, right? So everywhere
Right.
where I could have, where they wanted those kind of people, they were looking for like retired military or reserve or whatnot, mainly because it was mainly on the base or close to the base or whatnot, or it was like contracting with the military. So it was I couldn't get a job. And then the other places that weren't specifically looking, like they would say in their thing, like prefer retired, this, whatever. And the ones that didn't say that wanted experience. And I didn't have any working experience other than my college. I only got into my field because my sister and her girlfriend work in manufacturing, and so they work alongside engineers, and they said, well, Lexi can hook you up with a job where she works. And they made night vision goggles and sniper scopes for the military. And so I moved 3,000 miles away from Virginia to California in order to start working in my field. So, and then that place closed down, and then I ended up where I am now. So, in a lab.
So you can relate. You can relate to the story, and because of that, you're just like, nah, not the asshole.
All right. So Goblin.
Well, it's hard for me. I don't think she's the asshole, first of all. I think if your dad is a dick, you're allowed to take jabs, just, a little bit. I don't mind that. And I do agree with Gigi that it's a little bit of a jab.
Okay.
It's fight fire with fire, really. I don't mind that. I don't think you're an asshole for fighting fire with fire.
Maybe it just speaks to my family. It's like if
Yeah, I
that
don't
kind
think
of
she's an
comment
asshole.
was made, yeah, if that kind of comment was made at my dinner table with like my family, I wouldn't think anything of it.
Okay, well,
it's very frequent that they just go, you don't do any fucking work anyway. You said you were gonna do this, you didn't do shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair
Well,
enough. I guess I could.
maybe, yeah. I have a hard time because obviously, I mean, I went to university, but that's free here, so
Fair
Thanks,
enough.
Seth. Appreciate it. Love that. Love
that
that
what?
that's free for you. Love that.
Yeah, love that for me.
Love that for you.
That
you know.
European privilege.
Yeah, I do get that. I got
No,
that
wait, Seth, now you have to
European
tell
privilege.
me that you're glad that I live in a system that cripples me at the beginning of my life.
If you
And
were
like,
no,
Right, and that doesn't
no,
make you
because
the
see,
asshole for saying
here's
that,
the
right?
difference.
Yeah.
Here's the difference, Gigi. If you kept saying, "Wow, you are so lucky," I really wish that I didn't choose to be born in America, because in this, scenario, you'd have to have chosen that. But that's fine.
I guess.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, no, no. This
So
is parallel.
is
I was born here. The system is
hang
this.
on.
And I can bemoan the fact that I have to pay for college. I can't bemoan that. I do bemoan that. I think it sucks. I think it sucks for me.
Okay, well, you
Anyone
chose
who
to have to
wants
go to college, bro.
No, my mother forced me into it. And she was like,
Oh,
"You don't
okay,
go
so
to
the mother
college, I will
forced her to have
disown you."
children.
We don't know that she didn't.
So what I'm hearing here is Seth has the pretty privilege card she plays and gets free everything, and Gigi doesn't. Is that what I'm hearing?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I worked hard, okay? I started from the bottom, now we're here.
No.
So do you want to hear?
Just have the boba.
Do you guys want to hear what an old man's thoughts are on this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that essentially, I think they're both petty assholes. But I think that the youngster here wasted an opportunity to be really fucking petty, because what they should have done is they should have remained quiet and let the father answer.
Yeah, he should have, squirmed.
Just let dad squirm. Well, they're paying for it themselves. See, then here's the thing. Then the dad looks like the asshole because the uncle's paying for his kids, not paying for his kid. So the dad's not paying. And then you can sit over there and say, "That's right, I'm doing it myself, motherfucker."
I mean, what if the dad lied?
Well, then you call him on the bullshit. Bitch, I got the receipts. So, so then you get to be super petty, right? So a lot of times
sure.
being petty is knowing when to hold them and when to fold them, right?
Yeah.
So,
If he lied,
to
then
walk
you
away.
can be like, "Oh, is it costing you that? That's interesting that it's costing you that. I guess I'll be seeing that in my bank account very soon."
yeah.
Or
The
Yeah,
thing
for
with, you know what? Here's the
use
thing.
your advantage.
I didn't pay jack diddly shit for either one of my kids to go to school. And I told them I wasn't going to. This shit was on them. I had paid for 18 years of their lives, all their expenses, all things. And I said, the rest of it is on you. You want to go to college? Great. Awesome. Don't come to me, want me to pay your damn bills, because it ain't happening. I'll let you stay in my house. I won't charge you rent. I won't
found an
make you pay the
equivalent.
You pause the asshole.
How is it
found an
I'm an
equivalent.
asshole?
You should pay for your kid's college.
Fuck that. Why? It didn't do me any good.
Because what do you mean it didn't do you any
What
good?
benefit?
What, is that
What is my
affording? You
kid?
have
Okay, so what? My kid's going to school, going to college. How does that benefit me?
It doesn't. You're their parent, shouldn't you?
They
want
gotta
what's best
fend for
them?
themselves, dude.
My
They gotta learn.
response. Listen, my responsibility.
No, you
my
brought
response.
them here. You made them. That's on you, sir.
Bullshit.
That's on you.
Bullshit.
wouldn't
My
exist
responsibility.
were it not for
No. Here's the problem. My responsibility to them as a parent ended when they graduated high school and they are an adult, and there's no longer my responsibility anymore. I am no
Sure,
longer responsible
but
for them financially
you-
or anything else. They're adults. They're 18.
It's hard because I'm kind of caught in between this, because I would feel bad if I didn't pay or try to pay for my my kids' college if they wanted it. But at the same time is that I also acknowledge that college is superfluous and probably not necessary.
So
Yeah, I would do it just
it's-
because I love my children, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
so let me-
So
let-
people
let me-
doesn't love his children is what I'm hearing.
I love my children. I'm gonna tell you, I love my children more than these assholes that are paying for their college. And I'm gonna tell you how and why I love them more. Okay? Because if I just gave it to them, right? If they didn't have to work for it, if they didn't have to earn it, then they have no appreciation of what the struggle is to get an education, or to climb up through the ranks, as far as if you're
Oh
whatever.
my god, yeah, that's so bad, people.
How's that bad?
No,
You
the
can-
point
you can
is that you have
fuck
to make
right off
their
with that
lives
one.
easier
You
than your life was. That's what you want as a parent.
Yes.
Who
It-
says that?
It's hard. It's
Who
hard.
the fuck
It's hard
said
because
that? I
like,
never said that
listen,
shit. I said
again,
I
I'm
want them
caught
to
in
have a
between-
better life. Doesn't mean I want it to be easier.
I'm caught in between two worlds here because like I agree with both, like everybody here, because like I understand where Peepaw's coming from in the sense that there's that saying, it's like, what is it? Good men make good times make
Weak men.
bad men make bad times make hard men, whatever, and it's a circle, it keeps on going around.
Yes.
Like, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it. It's like, to break that cycle, it would be better for people just to
I
be able to fend
believe
for
in a
themselves and
world where
struggle.
we can both treat or teach our children to be good and strong men, and also still love them and make things easier
And
for them.
that's why I agree. But that's
Okay,
why I agree
so I'll tell you
generally, and that's
what.
why I would probably do it for
I'll
my
be
kids,
glad
but-
for any hook up anybody. I'll facilitate. They can ask my children.
You want to hook
if-
up with anyone?
No, I will connect it with my sons. So they can ask them. Is there
Can
any
I-
doubt?
question.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. I just want to gut check you a little bit.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Can you apply the same philosophy to the philanthropy fund?
What do you mean by that? Help me extrapolate what
Like,
you're.
Oh.
so if somebody can't afford to buy the materials in order to make content,
Mhm.
why are you providing it for them? Shouldn't they have to struggle to get it?
I haven't.
Ooh, he
No.
got you, Peepaw.
No,
He
not
got-
at all.
I don't know. No,
he
let him
actually
finish. Let him
got
finish. Don't
No,
talk
I
about
know.
it because I'm
Okay,
curious.
so everybody that I've helped, right? It's not that they didn't have it. It was more or less a little bit to add to, right? It's not like I gave them something that they didn't necessarily have, right? Even in the case with Jessica Pizzle, right? I bought her a computer, right? It wasn't much of a computer, but it was better than what she had because
It's very much a computer. It's
But what was you
exactly
using?
what I
Okay, but what was you using before that?
a Chromebook.
Okay.
Or my
Oh
phone.
my god,
Okay.
real.
So can you imagine trying to make content on a Chromebook and like a phone? Can you do it? Yes. Did she do it? Yes. Now
Yeah.
that she has
So
this,
you made
is
it easier for her.
I made it a little bit easier for her. Yes.
Way,
And that was a
look
and that
at
was a
you
better
made
thing.
it
That-
extremely easy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And I think that Jessica is better for that. And I think that, like, I agree. Listen, because
So,
And saved
okay,
me
in my
from having to
opinion,
add more memory to my
Okay,
phone.
the
so-
struggle of school is struggle enough, I think. Like,
Okay. Well, all right. But here's the thing, right?
but I don't
So
know.
I told my sons that I'm not going to pay for them to go to college. I'm not going to incur that cost. I'm not. What I will do, right, is I will give you a room and board right here, right? You won't have to worry about room and board. So I guess in that sense, fine. I made it easier on them, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah, that's helping in a way. I mean,
That's-
yeah,
but I
that's-
wasn't- I
think that
wasn't-
is helping with tuition. A
I
little bit.
wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then it's.
But I
about the
wasn't.
same
I
thing with
wasn't.
the,
I was like, the whole thing is even by me helping them in the sense of giving them room and board, which would cut down on some of the cost, right? They still were going to incur some cost, right?
Of course.
So
yeah.
my whole thing is they needed to have skin in the game, right? I don't believe in just
Sure.
carte blanche giving somebody everything where they have no skin in it, right? They have no skin in the game, so they have nothing invested. And I'm sorry, someone showing up to a class and learning whatever, to me that's bare minimum. I don't really know if I'd call that skin in the game, right? Because you're not putting anything on the line, right? If you're taking out, and listen, first and foremost, I hate that colleges charge the astronomical amount of monies that they charge young people to go and try to get an education. I think that's ludicrous. I also think that it's ludicrous that these young people graduate high school and nobody actually sits down with them and says, so what is it you want? Well, I want to become a 5th century French impressionist specialist. Okay, so
Right.
that's great.
Let's
Now,
look at your job process.
let's look at your job prospects and how is it that you're going to
Do you
pay
plan
back?
on moving to France?
Yeah,
You know?
are you
Yeah.
going? How are you going to pay back all this money you're fixing to take out in loans to go to this university, right?
Well, you just have to go to borrowersdefense.com and fill out application to to have
No,
your student
Just 'cause, like,
loans
no.
forgiven.
No,
Okay,
I,
okay.
I just,
Well-
I just, you know, what I would say is where we as a society fail young people the worst today, right? Where we are at today, is that we don't teach young people how to sit down and objectively look at, well, this is something that I really like versus this is something I really like and I can
Needs
make a
versus
living
wants.
where I can make a living doing it, right?
I believe, I have a dream that one day we can teach our children without having them go through hardships.
Well, I disagree. I disagree with that. I think hardships are inevitable. That's part of life. And
Yeah.
a very popular hardship is actually having a squad of goblins that just come into your house and
Right.
ransack the place. Part of the goblin crew: Joe, aka Mr. Bramium Leia, Simon Goge, Ember Lily, Voltage Mike, Mame S, Trippy Savage, K Huck, and Pigeon Salad. Thank you all so much for being a part of the Goblin Crew. If you would like to be a part of the Goblin Crew too, it is, I believe, what is it, $10.99 a month?
No, it's just $10, $9.99.
$10. Oh, it's 10. It's $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
Sign up today. There's lower prices or lower tiers that you can get into, and that'll get you into the Discord so that you can talk to us. If you are a part of the Goblin Crew, Seth will follow you, stalk you over on the Tweetars, if she likes you. And yeah, I mean that's about it. The lowest tier is like $2. You can do it. You know you can do it. Come on, give us like $2. And hey, maybe throw some donations in it. We make a good show. I think.
You know what? If you guys donate, I'll show my ass crack on stream.
No, you won't.
Yes.
No, you
Yeah.
won't
On
do
my own
that.
stream.
Yes.
Okay, on your
Oh.
stream you can do whatever you want to, but on
Seth
this
is
one-
starting an OnlyFans. Everybody, tweet it out. Seth,
I
the
am not
Goblin,
doing
starting an
that.
OnlyFans.
I am not
Only
doing that.
fans. Only fans.
OnlyFans.
I'm not doing that.
Only
I'm a taken man.
fans.
I'm a taken
Seth.
man. I'm a taken man.
No.
Seth, it's not peer pressure. It's just your turn.
No. No.
Yes.
No more.
Okay, so we got some Echo Tragedy, Voltage Mike. Welcome into the Goblin Cruise. Holy crap. We got,
Fans. Woo woo.
I guess I gotta
With
show
that
my
one.
ass crack.
Be careful. Be careful with the Echo Tragedies. He's a hunter of ass cracks. I've heard.
Yes.
I've
Jesus
seen him
Christ.
on Cam Soda watching Bunny.
Haven't we all? Haven't we all?
No, we have not.
We have that.
Well, I was gonna say is like it's kind of a self-report to say that you're like you're so like that'd be
I
such a
have- I
funny-
have no
like,
shame.
Can you imagine? No, can you imagine if Seth was just like, look at this nerd Echo Tragedy who was going on Cam Soda and watching Bunny. I mean, who does that, right? It's like self-report, Seth. Come on.
I'm just saying. I have no shame. I have no shame.
Listen, I support
Who does?
Bunny as much as I possibly can. I shout her out. I think she's a wonderful person, but I do not frequent her little whatever that Cam Soda, whatever it is. I do not frequent that.
Me
place. No.
doth
No.
believe you protestest too much.
I'm not protesting
Yes.
that at all. I'm just telling you, I don't
Protest too
go
much.
there. I just don't. And and
I
here's
just like
the-
it on her shows when she honks her nose and it goes, you know what I mean? That's like a good one. Or when she
Listen.
honks her other nose and it goes, you know what I mean?
Listen,
yo.
here's the thing. I respect those women that do that. I mean, it's a legitimate business. I
I
don't look
don't.
down
I
on
don't.
them.
I think they should all perish except for Bunny.
Yeah. Yes. We should make. We should just
Make Bunny
genocide
the only sex
all the
worker.
other ones and make Bunny the only one.
The only one.
Ooh, like get rid of OnlyFans, all of them, and just make it only Bunny.
Only
Yeah.
Bunny.
Only
There you go.
Bunny.
I'm down
like
for
it.
that. I like
I
it. And
support it.
if you would like to finance us getting rid of every OnlyFans and making it only Bunny, don't forget
Yeah.
to become a member.
Yeah, and tweet it out.
Because that's part
Clear as
of
mud.
Peepaw's philanthropy, because he watches Bunny all the time.
The shit. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Only
God.
clowns.
But Voltage Mike and Echo, just so you guys do know, one of the other perks that you guys will get now that you are a supporter of this channel is we put out a recorded video. We try to once every week, and you guys will get early access to that before the general public does. So make sure you know that as well. So
And you get a
in, they're really
special
good.
part now in YouTube. There's a special part in the comments where you could just see like just the members who come.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
special.
So
I
from
don't
now
know.
on, I'm only going to be replying to the members. All right, that's
Yeah.
my new thing. Only
Yeah.
members I'm replying to. Nobody
Only
else,
members
unless you're
get
really
our
annoying.
attention. Yeah.
Unless you're extremely annoying and you comment
Don't
multiple
say that.
times.
Now
in which
you're
case,
gonna
Yeah.
make them.
no. That's the thing, though. Is that would be okay. Like we
Yeah.
would
Oh yeah,
Shut
that's
up,
driving
God,
engagement.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
yeah, you're right.
Shut
That's
your
fine.
dumb
Sorry.
beaver mouth.
Whoa.
Holy shit!
Whoa, man.
Jessica,
Damn.
Holy shit,
was that a
dude.
left?
Well, all right.
Well.
So, just real
goddamn.
quick, guys, make sure if you haven't, the Pizzler put out a video early this morning. Make sure you check that out.
It's a good video.
Seth, are you going to start streaming again now that you've made these, these
Promises?
you've made these promises. You're kind of obligating yourself.
Don't
to
be a
stream?
scammer. Don't be a scammer.
I guess I'll do a stream soon.
Okay.
Where you show
Okay.
your butt crack?
I could just like how about this?
Yeah.
Like I could just do that right now and just like get ahead of you with it. You want to?
No, I would prefer.
Yeah,
I would prefer
yeah,
that.
I
Oh my
do.
god.
Do it so much. Oh my god, yes, give it.
Oh, wait, what's
What?
happening with my camera? I don't.
Oh
My pants are down
no!
right now, but I can't.
Oh
like,
no!
That's so weird.
We can
That
see
is
it in the
weird.
Discord though. We can see it in the
That's strange.
Discord.
That is really
How's it
weird.
look?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is really weird. Whoa, that's a
Yeah.
nice butt crack, by the way.
it is really nice.
Oh, wow.
It's really nice.
I've been working on it.
Yeah,
Very good.
God.
yeah,
Thanks. I mean, the only problem with it is it's got this crack down the middle. I don't like.
yeah.
That. I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
get fixed or something, but whatever.
Well, you gotta get it in touch with the aliens.
Yeah.
They can help you with that.
So.
Or or suck your own butthole. You're doing great.
Hey,
Back to money.
that is copyrighted. That is copyrighted to the Peepaw Morning Show. Thank you very much. So, let's see. Okay, D.Max, what have you got coming up? Anything that you want to let the
Oh my god, I have absolutely nothing on the table right now. The only thing I can say is that I do have 2 new videos out on my main channel. That's at d_max on the YouTubes, and we also put it on Netpeckers a few days ago.
Yeah.
It's a quick little one. It's about 30 minutes long. So if you're curious about Peepaw and my take about the current dramas that are happening, and read a lot of really funny comments from people who just don't get it, go check it out. Over on
Well, that's
d_max_HS.
Look. Okay, look.
Oh boy.
Look. I don't know if I could put this on.
I'm looking.
I don't know if I could put. I'm gonna play a quick second, but a lot of people really need.
Oh yeah.
Butterfly in the sky.
Take a look. It's in a book. The Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. That's right.
Well,
That's
Lamar Burton is very proud of you. So
Yeah. We're hooked on
All right,
phonics.
guys.
Yeah. Get hooked on phonics,
think-
y'all.
I think on that note, remember to always keep your powder dry.
Well, hang on, we didn't-
And
didn't-
look for us
didn't-
in the funny paper.
we didn't let Gigi. I know.
Oh, yeah,
I saw
Gigi.
I saw she was streaming. She streamed this last week.
Wait,
Did you not?
you stream?
Gigi, you stream? What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Put the link in the chat.
It's on my Twitter. It's
Oh, hold
around.
on, I'll do it real
I'm
quick.
over on
Okay,
Twitter
okay.
looking
You
stuff,
need to
it's
start
bad
putting that
now,
shit
still working
in.
on it,
Mhm.
but
You need to
yeah,
start
having
putting
a-
that shit in the Discord, in the self promotion or whatever, alright?
Yeah, so we'll
I will.
yeah,
I
so
will.
we start hyping you a little bit more.
Where is it? I don't see it on your Twitter. Gigi lies. Absolute horrible,
Not already.
horrible lies.
Okay, it will definitely be in there. Definitely by the next time. What?
Is it the one that you did?
Someone's calling me. Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Going
Oh
through.
no.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she got embarrassed. All right, well, go follow her on Twitter, everybody. Go follow
Yay!
DigiG's. She's a good one.
Boop,
All
boop.
right. So I guess on that note, we'll get out of here and say, guys,
Keep your cocaine dry and your credit card sharp.
exactly.
And we'll see you in the bathroom.
Wonder what you look like when you're undressed. I can see the future in your eyes. You know I would never tell you
Thingy B.
I see your man blowing up your phone, telling you that you need to come home. If that cloudy ain't about a thing, look, I don't see no engagement ring. You said that he did you dirty, so what's the harm in flirting, baby? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you